women, and children. It was nearly 10 years ago that a bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on the American people in our history. The images of 9/11 are seared into our national memory. Hijacked planes cutting through a cloudless September sky, the Twin Towers collapsing to the ground, black smoke billowing up from the Pentagon, the wreckage of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where the actions of heroic citizens saved even more heartbreak and destruction. And yet we know that the worst images are those that were unseen to the world.
طبعا الرئيس الامريكي الان يتحدث ويحاول استعراض احداث الاعتداءات على واشنطن ونيويورك في 11 من سبتمبر ب 2001.
Nearly 3,000 citizens taken from us, leaving a gaping hole in our hearts. On September 11th, 2001, in our time of grief, the American people came together. We offered our neighbors a hand, and we offered the wounded our blood. We reaffirmed our ties to each other and our love of community and country. On that day, no matter where we came from, what God we prayed to, or what race or ethnicity we were united as one American family.
طبعا والرئيس الامريكي الان يتحدث قبل قليل عن عدد المدنيين الذين ذهبوا ضحايا في هذه الاعتداءات. حسب ما قال الرقم بلغ 3000 مدني. تحدث ايضا عن المساندة الدولية التي تلقتها الولايات المتحدة خلال تلك الفترة، بالاضافة الى الاتحاد الذي عرفه الشعب الامريكي يدا بيد في مساندة هذا الاعتداء.
To protect our citizens, our friends, and our allies. Over the last 10 years, thanks to the tireless and heroic work of our military and our counterterrorism professionals, we've made great strides in that effort. We've disrupted terrorist attacks and strengthened our homeland defense. In Afghanistan, we removed the Taliban government, which had given bin Laden and al-Qaeda safe haven and support. And around the globe, we worked with our friends and allies to capture or kill scores of al-Qaeda terrorists, including several who were a part of the 9/11 plot. Yet, Osama bin Laden avoided capture and escaped across the Afghan border into Pakistan. Meanwhile, al-Qaeda continued to operate from along that border and operated through its affiliates across the world. I directed Leon to make the killing or capture the top priority of our war against al-Qaeda. Dismantle and defeat his network. And, after years of painstaking work by our intelligence community, I was briefed and it took many months to run this thread to ground. I met repeatedly with my national security team as we developed more information about the possibility that we had located bin Laden hiding within a compound deep inside Pakistan. Finally, last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action and authorized an operation to get Osama bin Laden and bring him to justice. Then, at my direction, the United States launched a targeted operation against that compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. A small team of Americans carried out the operation with extraordinary courage and capability. No Americans were harmed. They took care to avoid civilian casualties. After firefighting, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body. For over 2 decades, bin Laden has been al-Qaeda's leader and symbol, and has continued to plot attacks against our country and our friends and allies. The death of bin Laden marks the most significant achievement to date in our nation's effort to defeat al-Qaeda. Yet his death does not mark the end of our effort. There's no doubt that al-Qaeda will continue to pursue attacks against us. We must and we will remain vigilant at home and abroad. As we do, we must also reaffirm that the United States is not and never will be at war with Islam. I've made it clear, just as President Bush did shortly after 9/11, that our war is not against Islam Bin Laden was not a
حربنا
Muslim
ليست
leader.
ضد الإسلام.
He was a mass murderer of Muslims.
وأسامة بن لادن ليس بمسلم.
Muslims in many countries, including our own.
لقد قتل العديد من المسلمين.
His demise should be welcomed by all who believe in peace and human dignity.
هذا الخبر يجب أن يكون مرحبا به من كل
repeatedly made clear
العالم.
we would take action within Pakistan if we knew where Bin Laden was. That is what
لقد
we've done.
قررنا أننا سوف نتخذ
It's important to
إجراءات
note that our counterterrorism
داخل باكستان
operation
لو
with
علمنا أين هو أسامة بن
Pakistan
لادن.
lead us to Bin Laden and the compound where
وبالأخير
he was hiding.
باكستان ساعدتنا
Bin
على
Laden had
التأكد من
declared war
مكانه.
against Pakistan as well and ordered attacks
أسامة بن لادن
against
أعلن حرب على
Pakistani people.
باكستان كذلك.
Tonight, I called President Zardari, and my team has also spoken
اليوم
with